Hey, yo, what's the deal, y'all? It's Crown Nosa, man. Crown Heme, Crown whatever. Crown everything, bro. I'm just the crown, and whatever you want to say after that, I'm that. Except a wimp, a simp, a snake, and the P word. Can't do that. But what's up with my fellas, man? What's up with my retainers, bro? Look, life is amazing. I wanted to make a part 2 regarding do not relapse, so you can try to fit in with wimps and snakes. Bro, I do not want to ever be like how I used to be, bro, which was ignorant and not knowing that there's much more to life than what I was told or what was exposed to me. So yeah, I used to be a wimp, and I used to have snake tendencies because, well, actually, let's think hard. Well, yes, I did have snake tendencies because, see, a snake will switch. A snake has nothing to stand for. A snake wasn't as loyal as what the snake may have thought. You know, a snake isn't as loyal as what they think. As a matter of fact, a snake and a wimp are synonymous, and to have those traits inside of you means that you can't be trusted, bro. So I'm so thankful that I can admit that I believe I used to be like that way back when I was younger, right? Because I didn't have a solid figure to look up to, or at least in my eyes, I wasn't able to see a solid figure and see them as someone to follow. So that's why I'm so grateful of the practice of semen retention and the new mindset of having discipline, bro, because it's allowing me to humble myself and shed off my old ways, my old skin, and become something new. Now, bro, it is so important for you guys to be on semen retention in the year 2025. I don't know about you guys, but I'm at complete bliss with what's going on in the world, right? With all these rumored wars and all these distractions. I'm not distracted, bro. I'm not distracted anymore. I am totally locked in. I'm unbelievably locked in. And now I know how to manipulate things to go towards my favor, right? Now, manipulation has a negative connotation, but I feel like there's a positive way to manipulate. Or, depending on the exact definition of it, maybe we might have to change the word. Maybe depending on the exact definition of manipulation, that'll depend on whether or not maybe if my point is going to make sense. But what I'm trying to say is there's a positive and intentional way to make things work in your favor. Okay? Whether good manipulation is the proper term for that or not, we'll figure that out later. But you guys know what I mean, man. I've been making things work in my favor, bro. When it comes to women, when it comes to my friends and family, when it comes to everything, when it comes to, this workplace that I'm at, I have to make everything work towards my favor. And I was never, ever doing that before. I was drifting. And that's what most people do. Most people actually drift. I'm actually realizing that most people aren't as competent as what I thought they were. And it actually isn't difficult to survive and thrive in this world. It actually really isn't difficult at all. As long as you just don't if you don't self-sabotage yourself, you are a millionaire. And whether you have the millions or not, if you don't have the millions, you just don't know that you're a millionaire. I mean, if you have a clean record, if you stay out of trouble for the most part, if you make good decisions for the most part, there's no reason why you shouldn't be extremely successful unless you're just content with where you want to be. But then again, being content with where you want to be tells me that you may have flaws or a certain type of habits that you keep on the low, or you think that no one's able to see, but the truth is your current reality is very telling. So we got to step our game up, you guys. We don't have time to be associated with wimps. We don't have time to be associated with the snakes. As a matter of fact, again, you can be around them community based, but when it comes to executive things, when it comes to the real decisions, when it comes to the real moves, no, man. Can't move with the wimps or the snakes when it comes to the real deal moves, bro. Obviously. But you got to retain that seed, man. It's going to truly make you a man and feel like what it is like to be a man. Whether you know it or not, um, I don't have to repeat myself and talk about how, people who go to jail and stuff like that, for the most part, they're on semen retention, and that's why they're extremely masculine and have a code they go by. And not just them, dudes who are in the army, and just the rare humans who were born in this world, who are males, who decided to do that themselves without having anybody even telling them. It was just natural, right? So, you guys don't relapse. Just don't do it.